What a difference 24 hours makes, ladies and gentlemen. We went from a nice little consolidation to basically a complete rollover of price action. Now, we're not completely dead in the water yet, but it's not looking really very good. We are finding a little bit of support here at a long-standing trend line, going all the way back here to February 7th, so about a month and a half ago, give or take. Now, volume also isn't very extensive on the sell-off. My volume aggregation tool shows the buyers are still around, so it's not like we're dead yet, but we're definitely correcting and or consolidating. We've given up key moving averages, the 10-day and the 21-day, which have really been respected this entire move up. So we are in a different environment. This is considered what's called a change in behavior. It's where all the old behaviors have gone away and it's changed. And now it's something different. So what is it? Is it a consolidation? Is it a full-blown correction? That's yet to be seen. And we'll get to that a little bit probably in the next week or two, depending on the price action, and then we'll really know a little bit better. So welcome to Altcoin Buzz Trading. We're going to take a look at a few coins today: Bitcoin, Solana, Avax, BNB, KCS. Hopefully tell the story a little bit about what's going on in the markets across the market. It's one thing to notice one coin or two coins. It's another when you go through, I go through about 200 coins a day, and I kind of get a feel for the whole market before I try to give anyone any type of evaluation on at least what I'm seeing in the markets. So with BTC, obviously noting the rollover, the moving average resistance, things have changed, and that is what was different today than yesterday. Yesterday we were above the 21-day, had a chance to bounce back up. Today, not so much. Also, volume today is already at yesterday's volume. Okay, yesterday was kind of a bit of a test day where the market had a chance to show what it had, and it did that. It showed what it had. It didn't have much rolled over. Little late in the day yesterday, didn't roll over too much. Really, at the start of today, like really the actual very first 2 hour candle start of today, broke down. Kept going lower. But again, that volume aggregation tool on the 2 hour showing you the buyers haven't fully eroded away and the sellers really weren't even that aggressive. So again, it's going to take a little bit of time to see what this market has in store. We're not dead yet, but we are resting. We are resting at this point in time. So let's take a look at those altcoins. Solana pulling in a little bit here today, down pretty much with the rest of the market. A lot of the market's down 7% in the top 20 coins. Usually when they have a across the board move like that, it's a real move. And so this time it's to the downside, coming from highs though. So we could just consolidate this. Not really giving up too many moving averages. Solana bouncing at the 10-day here today. Bounced here at the 10-day. Found support here at the 10-day, although it bounced off the 50-day, oddly enough. But good move though from 112 all the way up to basically 212. So 100-point move there for Solana. Could we pause here? Absolutely. Is it dead yet? Not necessarily. We need to see what the volume and what the next few days are going to bring here. But you're not probably initiating positions here. You may be considering profits here. Maybe. I'm not really sold on that either, especially for a name like Solana. Yeah, so as we're sitting up here in the 200s, basically rejecting the 200s. I'm sorry, we're not in them right now, but we got up to them before a little bit. Here's the 2 hour time frame. Rejected the 200, although not bad. We didn't see a lot of selling pressure, just not a lot of buying pressure. And then the sellers came in a little bit, and now it's a wait and see game, just like what we saw with Bitcoin. So we're waiting and seeing here. Obviously, Solana, a very high quality crypto, and you want to take its movement with a little bit more weight than you do something like WLD or these other lower market cap coins that we have here. Avax, similar situation, also pretty darn good crypto, holding up pretty well yesterday with a little bit more distribution than a Solana, volume a little bit higher here as well, but no downside movement to speak of really, still above the 10-day moving average. Probably won't be for long though. We'll see if we get a resolution and bounce up out of this, but so far it is holding. VA tool looks great on this. VA tool in the 2 hour looks pretty good. Sellers are coming in a little more aggressively. If I were to draw a trend line across these most recent sells, there'll be a slight upward angle to it. If I do it across the buyers, there'll be a slight downward angle to it. So you can see there's a slight divergence right there in my volume aggregation tool. Also kind of in the RSI a little bit here. There's a divergence between here and here, even though we did have a higher high after that. So we'll see. We are consolidating here a little bit, but really nothing too bad. And then next up is BNB. BNB here, we did slice through some levels here which we ideally would not have, the 530, 330. BNB has been a very good performing token, especially recently, doubling here, actually more than doubling if you go down a little bit further. A little bit of moving average support, although not a lot. This one's kind of stuck in limbo. Broke the 10-day support at the 21. Let's see what happens. Volume here is a little bit heavier. That can mean maybe retail or even some bigger investors are trying to leave Binance right now for whatever reason. But you can see the volume signature just increasing over the past several days. But we're not in a bad spot. Pullback here at this level seems, very normal. Move up from 427, 50% move. You can get a correction with a 50% move and not really destroy the move. The question is to where. So we're down 22%. Could come all the way down back to that 427 test and really not break anything. And we do have a little bit of bottoming here. So that's what makes this market a little bit trickier, is the buyers are still around, the sellers really haven't fully gone away. So we're stuck in this kind of limbo right now, which is hard to make moves in. It's hard to make moves when we're in limbo. There's no major edge here. These first moves lower can be good lows, okay? But usually right after a breakout. Like after a breakout, I want to buy this. Not necessarily when we're forming a base, a larger basing structure, which it appears that we are forming. Obviously not guaranteed, but it's looking that way. And then KCS, which has kind of been a good bellwether for this market, not having a good day today. So a little bit of good, a little bit of bad today. I don't have any Nostradamus-like news for you, but obviously the market rolling over, and KCS doing the most of the rolling over. And on increased volume today, you can see there's just not a lot of support. We could have found some support here. There was none. There is no support here for KCS. So in this particular situation, this is what your profit stops are for. This is what this is why you have to know what you're doing when you take these positions, when you're going to take profits. And yeah, so pulling back here pretty hard. We did something similar over here. Obviously, the volume isn't as expansive, and we'll see what we end up with. But not a good look here for KCS. A good reversal could do the body good, but it's not in the charts here as of yet. And so that's really where we're at. We're in a wait and see point with BTC. Yesterday we had a chance to pull it around and turn up. We did not. So now we are turning lower. So, all right, guys, let me know if you got any questions down below. Be happy to answer them for you. And I will see you tomorrow on Altcoin Buzz Trading.